Welcome to a quick tour of the beta version for UNM's new registration system. This is a beta version of what's coming later this fall. All of your registration functionality can be found here. For example, you can check your registration status, see if you have any holds. You can also add and drop classes. The application has been tested to ensure that those functions work correctly. That being said, this is still a beta release. If you run into issues, we'll show you what to do later in this video. So, here we go. Start your engines. You should already be logged into LoboWeb. All you have to do is click on the Student tab, and this will bring you to the Student menu. We're going to click on Registration and Records. Within here, you'll see two links. This link right here that says Registration, Add, Drop with Override, this is for the current registration system. This link right here that says Register for classes using the new beta version is for the new beta version. Let's click on this link. This will bring us to a new page that has some useful information about the new beta system. To access the system, we're going to click on this link right here that says New Registration System Beta. Welcome to the landing page for the new registration system. We have 4 links here. We're going to focus on 2 today. One is the Check My Registration Status link, and the other is the Register for My Classes link. Let's click on the Check My Registration Status link. You're going to see a screen that's going to ask for the term. Let's select Fall 2018 and then click on Continue. So this page is a summary of my registration status. As you can see, I've got nothing but green and I don't see any holds. We should be good to go. Let's go back to the landing page. I'm going to click on Registration right here. And now I'm going to click on Register for My Classes. I'm going to select the term, which is Fall 2018. I'm going to click on Continue. A window will pop up requiring you to accept financial responsibility. Let's click on this checkbox and then let's click on I agree. And now we can search for some classes. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close this little pop-up down here. So we can go ahead and we can start searching for classes. Note that this is the default search. If I want, I can click on the advanced search. This offers me the ability to restrict my search to certain things like, let's say, a particular campus. If I only want to see the classes that are on the Albuquerque main campus, I would select this and then click on search. For now, let's use the default search. I'm going to go ahead and close this and I'm going to go back to my default search. So I want to take a PE class. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start typing physical education, and I should have 2 responses that come up in here. I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to click on search. So my search comes back, and notice I've got some classes to choose from. So this information is presented in a tabular format. Notice we've got title, we've got subject description, and if I want, I can move these out so I can see more. I've got course number, section, hours. I've got the CRN, which is the specific ID of a class. I've got the term, and this should be Fall 2018. You can see the instructor that's teaching the class, and then you can also see the meeting times. So right here, this is a class that's available on Mondays and Wednesdays. Also, this one, it shows that it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and here's a class that's just on Saturdays. If I want, I can move this column out a little bit, and it'll show me the building and room number, or I can just hover and you'll see that little pop-up on the right that provides the same information. So here's a very, very important column. This is the campus. When you're registering, you want to make sure that whatever class you're registering for is on the campus that you want. If you're taking classes on the Albuquerque main campus, you want to make sure that this says Albuquerque Main and not another campus like Gallup, Valencia, or Taos. Here's another important column. This one is the status of the class. It'll show you how many seats are still available or if the class is full. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's add a class. I'm interested in this swimming class, so I'm going to click on Add. So you'll notice over here that this is a visual representation of your schedule. Also notice that the class right now, it's in gray. That means that I'm not fully registered for the class. Down here I've got my summary bucket. Notice that I'm in a pending status. I'm not fully registered. In order for me to fully register for this class, I have to come down here and I click on Submit. If you don't click on Submit, then you won't be registered. While classes sit here in a pending status, other students can actually register for that same class and the class can fill up before you hit the Submit button. So it's always best to come in here, add the class to your summary bucket, and then click Submit right away. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on Submit here. You should see a message at the top that says Save Successful. Notice this says Registered, and now my classes over here, they show up in definite colors. They're not gray anymore. This means I'm really registered for the class. Here's another reason why you always want to click Submit after you add a class to your summary bucket. So if I click Add right here, I've added this class to my summary bucket, but that doesn't mean that I can really register for the class. If I click Submit, The system will let me know if there are errors that prevent me from registering. In the case of this class right here, it's actually at the same time that my other class is at. I can't take those two classes at the same time. You might be able to add classes into your summary bucket that you haven't met dependencies for or prereqs for yet. When you click on submit, the system will actually let you know. So it's better to click on submit sooner rather than later to let you know whether or not you can really take a class. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove this class from my bucket. And you know what? I don't think I want to take this swimming class. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say drop. And I'm going to click on submit. So let me show you a different way of searching for a class. If you know of the particular CRN, you can go to search again, and you can say enter CRN, and my CRN is 29907. I'm going to click add to summary. Again, the class will show up in my summary bucket, but notice it's in a pending status, and it's gray over here. That means I'm not registered yet. To fully register, I have to click on the submit button. So I'm going to click on submit, and now I'm fully registered. Excellent. All right, so let's say you want to see a nice summary of your schedule. You can go back to registration, and you can go to view my schedule. This screen will pop up, but notice that the default term might not be your term that you just registered for. So I'm going to click on Fall 2018, and here we go. So what if you run into issues if you're registering with the new beta system? Well, if you're running into issues, then what you want to do is actually register using the current system, not the beta system. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to click on the little person icon, I'm going to sign out. I'm then going to go ahead and close this tab in my browser. I'm going to go back to the page that I was on earlier from LoboWeb. So if you run into issues, we're going to ask that you notify IT about the problem that you're seeing. So you can do that by coming to this section within this page, click on here, and it's going to take you to a contact form. Please enter your first and last name, your email, and tell us about what happened, what you saw in the application, and then click send. We want the registration application in the fall to be as solid as possible, but we need your input if you are seeing issues. So to continue registering using the current system, all I have to do is click on Student, go back to Registration and Records, and instead of using the link that I clicked on before, I'm going to click on this Registration Add Drop with Override. This will take me into the current system where I will accept financial responsibility. I'll select my term. This will bring me to a page where I can see a summary of my schedule and the classes that I've added or dropped. I can then come down and then I can register for classes using the CRNs. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoy the sneak peek at the functionality that's coming your way later this fall. We'll catch you next time.